All right. All right. All right. So thank you for joining, for watching. Once again, hope everything is well and blessed with you and yours. I'm gonna get right into it. All right. Peace and blessings, light and love, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the second video related to the teachings of the Auset Society. So this will be the teachings of the Auset Society part 2. Each of these videos are not going to be that long, although they can be really extensive when you think about what the Auset Society teaches. However, it is just going to be just like a cursory overview to understand some of the information presented by Shechem Shemaran in the first in the book, The Medu Neter, volume 1. So without further ado, I'm gonna get right into this, and hopefully you'll get some better understanding of things, right? So we're gonna first deal with Amen, right? Because remember, the Auset Society deals with the Tree of Life, and in the current form, we dealt in the last video. We dealt with the origins of the Tree of Life and its evolutionary thought in esoteric Judaism and its relationship and connection to Kemetic philosophy. Now we're looking at the present manifestation and its connection back to Kemet. And I want to read an excerpt out of what Shechem wrote. This is on page 2 of the author's preface. And he says at the end, although the material in this book has the full support of historical documentation, I am writing foremost as a priest of over 20 years of practice. I am here presenting a practical syncretism of the best that the Kemetic, Dravidian, and Canaanite religions have to offer. So understand that this is a syncretism. Even Shechem discusses that and shows you that and tells you that in the very beginning. This is a syncretism of Kemetic, Kabbalistic, and Dravidian tantric sciences. And so as I speak, you're going to hear that come out. The Kemetic side of this is the correlation of the Kemetic deities with the Kabbalistic Sephiroth, are the spheres on the Tree of Life. That is the Kemetic, Canaanite, Kabbalistic combination that's being made there. And then the Dravidian aspect of it, the tantric aspect, will be the sounds that the mantras that are used in order to evoke these levels of consciousness within you. Because make no mistake about it, the Medu Neter teaches how to access, or shows you how to access and improve upon the different agencies of consciousness that you have within yourself. That is what the Medu Neter discusses. So when we talk about the Sephiroth, or even the Kippeloth, which is Kabbalistic, and this is a dark Tree of Life, but we're not going to get into that. When we talk about the Sephiroth on the Tree of Life, when we talk about the spheres on the Tree of Life, what we're talking about is universal processes as well as aspects of the self. And what makes the teachings of the Auset Society so powerful is that you are taught how to engage in practices to manifest these different personality complexes, the different energies within the self through the use of meditation, through the use of mantra. And so you're going to hear some of that today in this talk, But so we're going to deal with what Amen is, right? So Amen in the Kemetic tradition, Amen, Amenet, Nununet, Nu, Olodumare, Itango, Brahma, is discussing the same state of awareness, right? The chaos So to speak, before existence existed, right? So it is actually the combination of consciousness, will, energy, matter, all together, right? This is what the Amen is, right? It is the existence that existed before existence existed, right? And it is the state of consciousness within the self where there's absolute rest and repose, hetep, so to speak. And you can reach this state in your meditations. This is one of the highest states of consciousness, or the highest state of consciousness that you can reach within your meditation, where there's a cessation, all thought, all sense of separation, all sense of time, all sense of self kind of dissolves into this oneness of this universal essence. You know, I think in the Indian tradition it's called Ansam Prajnata or Nirvana Kar Proper or whatever. I'll get the exact terms and whatnot, but it's the cessation of consciousness or the conscious element within the self. That you can, this state of consciousness is available to you to reach within yourself. And that's what it is. This is the Amen state, the essence, the origin of the universe. This is a state of existence or a state of being before all else came into being. The word of power for to manifest, help manifest the Ausar consciousness within you is this is the syncretism that is happening here. This is the understanding. Through the repetition of that sound, then you begin to manifest that consciousness or that essence within you. So this is Jehuti, the scribe, but also the wisdom, you know, of the universe, the omniscience, right? Why is it omniscient, right? Now, at this point in time in creation, there is only one being that exists, one outside of chaos, Amen, outside of the unordered existence. There's the Ausar level of existence, the Godhead, the God being, and it is the only thing that exists. Therefore, it is all pervasive. But also being all pervasive, it is all knowing. It knows every aspect of itself. It is all that there is. There is nothing that is outside of itself. So it knows every aspect of itself. It is a wisdom within. And so that's why Jehuti or Tahuti, you know, that is what Jehuti represents. Jehuti is also in the Kemetic scriptures, he is the one who is responsible for writing, but writing is representative of wisdom, you know, being able to access intelligence from the universe in order to bring forth, you know, balance and justice on the planet. And so the Jehuti level of consciousness within you represents the wisdom faculty within yourself, you know, the ability to manifest understanding on what to do in a situation in order to bring peace and balance. Peace and balance is like key, it's tops in relationship to spirituality. How do you act in this situation that will bring balance for you as well as others? And the word of power to help you manifest this faculty within the self is Hom. 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 Over and over and over in meditation, chanting Hom. Hom. This will bring forth, you know, this faculty of awareness within the self so that you can manifest wisdom in your daily life, right? And so now we're getting into the next sphere on the tree of life, the next deity, which is Sekert. Now, Sekert isn't really a deity that you find inside like one of the trees, but Sekert is a deity that you find in the book of Gates, and it's over the third hour. But second, and typically Sekret is a deity that's over the cemeteries or death. But Sekret represents planning, it's your destiny. Sekret is planning, destiny, time, so to speak. It is also spiritual power, right? And it's omnipotence. And but why? Remember, there's only one being that exists. It is ever present. It is all knowing. And it had all the power that is manifesting in the universe is also there. This is an aspect of the self as well. So all the spiritual powers that exist in the universe exist within yourself. You manifest it in like, not in kind, in quality, not in quantity, right? You can manifest whatever through time, right? What the universe can manifest instantaneously, you can manifest through time over periods of times and periods of incarnation, right? And so the spiritual word of power, the mantra, in order to manifest this faculty within itself, is kring. Notice the change from to kring, kring. The chanting of this over and over and over and over will attune you to that level, to that essence. And so this is kind of what we've got so far. We've covered very briefly, extremely brief, the Amin, Ausar, Jehuti, and Sekret levels of being, along with the words of power to help you manifest these levels within yourself. This is the higher states of consciousness. We're gonna get to, meditation. If you've been following me, like my very first video that I produced, I don't know how many years ago, discussed meditations, that was discussing diet and so on and so forth. But we'll get to that. In the meantime, in between time, hopefully all is well and blessed. Truth, light, love, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. May truth, light, and life guide you on your walk and your path. Peace.
Well, all right. So that was that. And looking at that, it wasn't too bad. So I'm gonna keep presenting that information. Shechem has brought forth some really powerful information. The study and understanding of that gives you a paradigm to walk through life and kind of categorize, critique, and analyze, and be a part of many different spaces and places. So thank you for watching. And I hope that this has served you in some shape, form, or fashion. As was said before, may truth, light, love, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding